Well, I want to turn to the US and take you straight to the floor of the Senate because Senator Chuck Schumer just speaking there after the announcement of the death of the veteran politician Dianne Feinstein. There's Chuck Schumer. He's described her as a legend. So let's put the microphones up.
Senate floor and far beyond politics itself. So today we grieve. We look at that desk and we know what we have lost. But we also give thanks. Thanks to someone so rarefied, so brave, so graceful a presence served in this chamber, that someone like that served in this.
Well, if we lose the pictures there from the Senate, we'll keep an eye on that. But let's go to our correspondent, Barbara Plett-Usher, who's there in Washington. Well, we dipped in. Barbara had a really powerful moment. We saw Chuck Schumer turn to the empty seat and the empty desk there after the announcement that Dianne Feinstein has died at the age of 90. And she's described straight away as a titan of the Senate. And that's absolutely no exaggeration, is it?
No, I think that is very much how she's viewed. And actually, Matthew, while Chuck Schumer was speaking, the flag on the Senate building was lowered to half-staff to commemorate her. She was the oldest sitting senator, 30 years. She was elected in 1992. And she was a very formidable woman. She very much passionately defended the liberal policies that were important, or liberal priorities that were important to her state of California. But she was also known to be quite pragmatic, to reach across the aisle to Republicans in order to find a middle ground to pass legislation. And she did not suffer fools gladly. She had a reputation for sort of zinging retorts when she felt that she was getting opposition. But her sort of bipartisan work did help her to get a number of legislative achievements. One of the most significant was that she was the one who authored a federal ban on assault weapons in 1994. Now, that expired after 10 years, but it's never been able to be done again. She was also the first female head of the Intelligence Committee, and under that role, she led an investigation into post-9/11 CIA interrogation tactics, and that report led to anti-torture legislation. So she had quite a bit of achievements to notch up, and she was a presence that was very much felt. Although she's 90 years old, her health had been declining in recent years, and it was very much a public decline because she didn't resign from the Senate.
Yes, she only last year or earlier in the year made it clear that she would be standing down at the end of this particular term in 2024. So that is in terms of the timeline of her career. But it's a career full of firsts. The first female mayor of San Francisco, one of the first women elected to the Senate from California.
That's right, a trailblazer in gender politics achievements. Like you said, the first female mayor of San Francisco. She was the first female candidate of a major party in California's governorship elections. She was the first of two women in California elected to the Senate. She was the first female head of the Senate Intelligence Committee. She was the first Democratic head of the Judiciary Committee. Very much, she was elected in 1992, which was known as the Year of the Women, and that, as I suppose, when a number of women were elected. Now, she wasn't a sort of favorite always of feminists, perhaps because of her pragmatic approach, but she said she did know what women were going through, what they were up against, and she had no compunction about following through what she felt she needed to do to get her priorities out there and legislated.
All right, well, the tributes are pouring in. Barbara Plett-Usher there in Washington. Thanks very much for now.